Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Tidbits by MRANTI. So I'm gonna cut to the chase, but this time I'll remember to introduce myself. I'm Wina Ursulina, the social media girl here at MRANTI, and today it's a little bit different, but I have two guests with us here today. I have Dr. Raihan and also Joe. Don't get confused with Joshua, his twin brother. All right, so we have Dr. Raihan from Exploria. Exploria, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. And we also have Joe from Beebag. Okay, so I'm going to pass the floor over to Dr. Raihan to tell us a bit about Skillseed or Exploria, and as well as Joe, so feel free to just intervene or interject at any moment. It's a super chill session this time. All right, so Dr. Raihan, over to you.
Okay, all right. First of all, I'd like to introduce myself. I'm Dr. Raihan Musa, the founder of Exploria. So, Exploria is a company that promotes STEM and TVET learning through hands-on activities. So, we develop hands-on activities in our ecosystem. We have a hands-on kit, for robotic kids or science kit. And then we do have our portal to support their learning. So, at the moment, we do have our Maker Hub, where kids can come to our Maker Hub to do their activities with our instructors, or they can do it at home. Yeah. So basically, roughly about Exploria.
Oh, okay. Cool.
It's like a more educative sort of Lego,
It's like Lego but wooden version.
Yeah.
Oh.
Why wooden?
Yeah.
Yeah, why wooden? Because of the environment. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, absolutely.
Touching on the environment in one second. Over to you, Joe.
Okay, thank you so much for having me here. I'm Joel, the co-founder and COO of Beebag. So Beebag, we are our startup working on gamifying sustainable shopping. And pretty soon, we're going to be introducing even more features to gamify like the whole retail experience. So in a nutshell, what we do is we have an application that rewards shoppers for their sustainable habits when they shop. And also we have the technology, which is the NFC chip and also the smart QR code, where it can be attached to reusable products like bags or even your containers or bottles. And whenever you reuse this smart reusables powered by Beebag at the hotspot locations, bring up the app, scan it, the reusable products, and then you'll be rewarded with coins, which can be later on exchanged for rewards like touch and go pin, or even plant a tree or fish 5 bags out of the oceans.
Oh,
so that's
wow.
how it. Yes, some people say that actually it works very similar like Pokemon Go for those who have played the game.
Oh, okay, I understand.
Okay. Okay, two things I like. Things that I love. Okay, so I don't know if you guys realize, but next week we're going into June and it's already going to be World Environment Day. So kudos to you guys actually for having this initiative for saving the environment. So I think one theme that ties the both of your business together is actually habits. Getting people
Habits. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, correct.
And
Habits and hobby.
education.
Yeah,
Like
like I think
getting down to
moving
the-
more towards a sustainable lifestyle. I think, like Dr. Raihan, like when we were talking earlier, you said something about as soon as someone says environment, what do they associate with?
Yeah. Yeah. I talked to Muna just now that when we talk about environment, there's always a picture of a turtle with plastic or straw.
It's true,
Or
it's true.
they're going to like circulate the news about the Arctic. The ice are going to melt, and then it's going to flood everywhere. So there is two things that people are talking. But actually, environment is not only about that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yep. And okay, so building habits. Well, to
Yeah.
make you proud, I do use reusable bags when I go
Awesome,
shopping.
awesome.
But yes, that's true. I do want to be rewarded for my hard
Yeah.
work, okay?
Yeah, exactly
Yeah.
the reason.
Okay. So basically, moving towards a sustainable lifestyle is where we're going with this. So maybe Dr. Raihan, you can tell us a bit about like the nature of Exploria. Like, how did you even start Exploria? Like, what triggered you to start Exploria?
So I started Exploria since 2017 actually.
Oh,
The
okay.
work has been done since 2017 because that is my hobby. I'm quite passionate doing like things hands-on thing, develop hands-on things for my kids actually.
Wow.
So because learning is not only in books, so
Correct.
it's more than that. So I start doing Exploria because but I believe on hands-on activities.
Very
Kids.
DIY.
Yeah, DIY things.
Yeah.
Because in Malaysia, it's still not many.
Oh, okay.
We have that, but the culture is not there yet.
Mm.
So, but the numbers of like parents that aware about this is increasing.
Yeah.
So I started doing Exploria 2017. Even the company was registered in 2020. So I do that as hobby. I start selling like to the closest. But it happened that one day when I start Exploria, when I do activities, DIY activities at library with my kids, one of the staff asked me, "Do you want to do it for the kids here in library?" Oh, wow. So I from that time I start to supply to library. I become a supplier. Yeah, and then as we go, like over time, it seems that we got quite a lot of demand. So we start setting up a proper startup in 2020, 1 week before pandemic.
Okay.
I thought like we're going to collapse, we're going to like bungkus lah. Yeah, can you imagine that?
Almost
1
everybody
week.
thinks gonna be bungkus,
Yeah.
right?
But it's not. It's a silver lining for Exploria because parents need some activities for their kids at home.
Yeah, that's
They
true.
need hands-on.
Yeah.
And then the government, like the MOE, released the news about skill-based assessment. So Exploria is ready with the solution.
Nice.
So is Exploria, we are not only solving STEM and TVET problem, but also the skill. Skill is many. And also recently we just developed a new kit for children to understand climate, environment.
Nice,
yeah,
nice.
because in Exploria we can develop anything. Yeah.
Nice. Okay, wow, okay.
So like I think when the children gets hands on to these type of projects, they train the logical thinking, everything.
Yeah.
Put the pieces together because I love those kind of stuff also.
Same.
I really
Yeah. All right. So, what are you hoping to achieve with Exploria? I know like it was kind of like out of hobby and it was like right timing, right place. It just happened for you. So what are you hoping to achieve out of Exploria?
So what I would like to like hoping out of Exploria is I hope that everyone has Exploria corner at their house.
Ooh.
Yeah,
okay.
just like everyone has their bookshelf at their home. Like I know that all of us have bookshelf at home.
Yeah.
Like they should have this kind of setup, like DIY corner at home. That's the mission. Because we do have we set up our maker hub in library. So every home should have their maker hub for their children.
Correct.
Yeah.
I completely agree.
Yeah.
Okay. So, personally, for you guys, I want to know, what are some simple and fun ways that you incorporate sustainable lifestyle?
fun. But technically, I have Beebag, so that's how I have fun with it.
I just wonder how do you come up with the idea? To
Yeah.
have, like, why is bag? Why not like other things?
Yep. Okay, so it all began. Actually started from a university assignment from a project. From a elective called carbon management. And then so we were tasked with the idea to come up with a solution to an existing environmental issue. And then we thought plastic pollution is a huge issue. And since young we were actually educated by our parents. Not to use single use, make sure to reuse and then recycle.
Oh, that's good. Your parents are very
nice.
So it's to us, it's quite normal, but we realize that not everyone has the same. So maybe on top of the existing solutions, which are punishment, let's use rewards, positive reinforcement.
I quite like that.
Yeah, to educate and then to change to educate and instill a sustainable habit, essentially.
It's like reverse psychology.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then it started off as it finished. Actually, it remained as an idea. A lot of people didn't know that, but it's 2 years later. Our younger brother, we still have another younger brother, 3 of us. Yeah, also same university.
It's not twin, huh?
No, 2 years younger, but same birthday.
Oh,
So yeah, it is. Yeah, it is quite surprising. And then later on, he knew about the idea, and then he pitched to a lecturer, which is the lecturer is actually now one of our initial co-founders.
So in the same university.
Same university.
Oh my god.
Same course?
No, different course. He's studying advertisement.
Okay. Now
He
makes
took the
sense.
idea,
Nice.
and then he's like, okay, you know what, guys? I heard about your ideas. Can I just borrow your idea pitch? And the lecturer loved it. And then he just reached out, say, does your older brothers want to make this happen? Want to make this big? And then it's like, oh, yeah, definitely. Then we started exploring. This is...
That time in Malaysia?
Yes, in Malaysia.
Alright, that's cool.
Can we
That's
know
cool.
which university?
Xiamen University in
Oh,
Malaysia. It's
okay.
at, I think
very
it was-
close.
Go to KIA, something.
Yeah.
cool.
Okay,
Yeah.
wow. Okay, I want to connect with you guys a bit. I'm feeling a bit left out here. So actually, I was just telling Dr. Raihan, I was I'm a failed founder. But it's okay to fail, but I'm a failed founder.
Yeah.
So I did have a startup in university, and it also came from an assignment. So the assignment was like environmental games. So my co-founders and I actually came from different groups, and we all did different games, like 3 different groups. But all of our games tied to one theme, which was actually habits. So changing, from bad habits to good habits, like changing the mindset. So we actually started off launching our first game called TEDok, which is the 18 Days of Changes. Because apparently...
Why the name is TEDok?
Because apparently it takes 18 days to change a habit in a child. Yeah, so the game revolves around the idea of changing from bad habits that damaging the environment to good habits. So even the colors of the games also revolve around like the browns and the darks and pollution, and it moves to like utopia.
Okay.
Yeah, so and there's some sort of reward as well. So as you answer the trivias and as you get them right, you get some sort of reward. So yeah, but it didn't end up going too well for us, but that's okay. But I just love that there's like similarities in what we do.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like even with some other participants of the recent Mika challenge, very similar idea.
Correct.
And I think it's a very noble idea.
Oh yeah, congratulations you guys. These are 2 of our 5 winners from the MRANTI Impact Challenge Accelerator with UNICEF and Proficio. So congrats guys. So what's next for you after Mika?
Yep. So for Mika, we will be launching a project called Project Activate. So we will be working with UNICEF and also MRANTI and with local primary or secondary schools.
Oh, that's cool.
And then it involves having children as the next generation change maker. So we will work with students to upcycle their old fabric clothes into bags, and then we'll attach our technology, which is the NFC chips and also the smart QR label onto those bags. And what they'll do next is they'll pass the bags to their parents for their parents to reuse it. So the more their parents reuse, and then they will be awarded more coins. They climb the leaderboard, and then they will be awarded with coins essentially to gamify that whole thing as well.
So you reach the parents through children.
Exactly, and there's a good reason for that because
that's cool.
oftentimes,
Yeah,
right,
I love this.
the existing solution we go straight to the whoever's using the bags, but actually we found out that the very important and very effective like a voice and change maker is actually the family members and especially the child, right? A lot of like
I still remember that when I was in primary school, we do have like Project Nilam. Then we need to like you need to read books, you need to fill in, you need to ask the parents to buy the books. So the more books you read, the more reward you get.
Oh,
I think the same concept. It involved the whole family.
Yeah. And then you will constantly ask your parents, and then your parents will actually do it because
because
it's like part of the child's one.
So I think we're all, no, just kidding. You guys are inspiring different types of communities, correct? So like maybe you guys can share maybe like a moment of pride on how you guys successfully kind of, how do I say it, inspired your local communities. Because I think you're a lot more on university side, correct?
Initial phase,
Yeah, so I think you're more on the little kids side of things. So maybe you guys can share a bit of a successful, inspiring moment where like it just worked for you within your community.
So like as for Exploria, I started Exploria from like very small Exploria. I still remember that during that time we know that the children and the parents need that. But I never like showcase my own product, and I think the best feeling when we got first is when we get partnership with MDAC.
Oh, okay.
For our drone. I'm quite surprised because we never imagined that when we develop a kit that just a kit is a tools that we get partners with MDAC. And then when I saw a boy fly our drone, build and fly our drone, that boy have no knowledge about coding, no knowledge about never hold any drone.
Like a success story.
Yeah, the boy is located in Sarawak. It's very rural area in Sarawak. The school is above water, atas air. So I can imagine that. So I can imagine that our tools, our solution has like benefit all children, not only from urban, but also from rural. I think that is the best lah. I think, and then the second thing is about when we got Mika, when we won Mika. I think that one is I feel I want to cry when I got it, because like this is something that I really want to do. Just when we get to copy what we do during our drawn partnership with MDAT, with this one climate kit with UNICEF, because we know that the kids need that and our world needs that. Yeah, I think I'm going to share a bit about why I really want to do this. Not because for the business only, but because of the very like bad situation at the moment. Yeah.
Yep. I think you can agree with me that during her presentation at Mika, it's a no-brainer that she won, right? It's a no-brainer. Like, as soon as I saw it, I just knew she was one of the top
Everyone
five.
will like this. We'll name like the rank, the top 5. But yeah, definitely inside. Churros inside.
Yeah, but I would like to invite you actually to perhaps try out a program with our Makers Lab team here. I think Safwan also mentioned it during Mika, right? Yeah, so we have our Makers Lab. Not sure if you visited yet, but we would love to do a program for you and invite over students, local students, to come and try out Exploria.
Yeah. For Mika, we're going to pilot our project in Tanjung Lumpur.
Okay.
I went to Tanjung Lumpur last week. Actually, I'm going to Tanjung Lumpur every week to see our site.
Okay.
Because I'm very passionate. Because one thing is there are coastal erosion. When before this, I'm not really well. I mean, like well understand about environment. But when I do this project, I start to study because the effect is quite bad. It's not only about educating,
Right.
but it's also affect the economy.
Right.
Yeah, when the coastal erosion, it's come from climate change effect. It's going to like the fishermen will lose their job because of no fish.
Yep, correct.
Things like this lah. That's why things like this. It's good initiative from MRANTI to do Mika actually. Yeah.
Yeah,
Very nice.
definitely agree on that.
Yeah.
A lot of things to talk actually.
Yeah. Agreed. Okay, so maybe for those listening out there, right? I think what are some things that you can get them excited about in terms of Beebag? Maybe for those who understand the concept of reward or understand the concept of reusable bags or anything reusable really. Like what would you like to put out there, to kind of gauge everyone on like maybe how they can tag along with you or maybe how they can connect with you in any way?
Okay, definitely. A lot of exciting stuff. Like initially, I would say like the idea itself. So the government recently just announced that in 2025 there's going to be like a total plastic ban, right? And in that ways, everyone has to figure out ways how to get things done without the single-use plastic bags. And it's like with Beebag, it's like you either get punished when you do bad or you get rewarded by Beebag for doing the right thing. And there's a lot of more exciting features coming out, actually, not just on the sustainability side, but actually more towards like the retail side.
Oh,
so,
okay.
a lot of, I think the offline experience is actually like sort of underserved. As a result, like if we look back, a lot of things have changed, but physical commerce has not changed a lot. If you take a picture side by side, we actually did it. It's like almost the same. It gets nicer and stuff. So we're gonna like gamify the in-store experience. You can even think of like having treasure hunt inside stores.
Inside store. Oh my god.
Inside stores and treasure hunt.
I
It's
will
going
be
to
leaving
be
the store then.
Yeah.
So it's like
it's going to be playground.
interact. And also even in malls and also to have like to support like environmental friendly products and brands.
Okay.
So that's also part of the goal of the company.
How can we get the Beebag?
Oh, thank you so much. For that.
Yeah, I was gonna ask in case you want to give it for free.
Do you sell at the mall?
Yeah.
So not the mall. We have a few reselling partners. They are like NGO Grocer. There's a few which you can find on the website. But majority people buy it through online, which is through the beebag.co website. Just click the shop and you get it. Right. And it will be delivered in a starch-based mailer, so it's compostable as well.
Oh, okay, cool.
Can we know the price of the bag?
Oh, sure. So the one that you're seeing here, this is one of it. We call it Really Bee. Okay. This is retails at $29.90.
Okay.
And then we have two more lineups. One is like we call it Mini Bee, made from recycled plastic bottles.
Why bee?
Oh, okay. We'll get to that after this, right?
So many questions.
Yeah. And then the Mini Bee, $14.90. And then the Mighty Bee, which is like the IKEA bag, but it's much thicker. That's also $14.90.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
these
yes,
are the
next
size
question.
range.
Why B?
Yeah, we get asked that quite a lot. So initially, the idea was to focus on like bags because that was initially how we thought it would turn out, but it turns out not. And then we wanted to find a name that rhymes with bag. So it's easy to pronounce. So that was actually the initial idea. But then we came across like bee. And it's like the message that bees carries on itself. Environment, they are actually the most important pollinators.
Yeah.
The pollinators
It makes sense.
statistics. But without bees, the whole supply chain's gonna corrupt.
Wow.
Right? Yeah. So they play a very important part in the ecosystem, and then they carry a lot
very
of positive
symbolic,
vibes.
huh?
Yeah, very symbolic. And actually, like, I'm not sure why, but a lot of environmental campaigns actually has bees as their mascot.
Yeah.
Something like that. I'm not sure. So I guess it has naturally has
Yeah.
that.
And the words
resemblance.
bee are very catchy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also the color, actually.
Yes.
Yeah.
The yellow, black color.
Beebag.
Yeah, so that's
Well,
the reason.
if you're looking for a queen bee as your ambassador,
Mona.
there's a queen bee here.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
and what about the Exploria kit? What's inside of it? Like, what can we expect from the kit, and how much does it retail for?
Okay. So for our kids, we do have a lot of kids. So we develop hundreds. At the
Oh.
moment, we do have 120.
Okay.
Yeah. But on retail, only 9.
Oh.
Yeah, because we develop our kit like every month.
Do you self-develop the kits?
Yeah, we self-develop the kit. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So you guys cut it in house, everything.
We cut it in house for the first 100, and then more than that, we send to the factory to do it. Then for our chemistry kits, our chemistry team kits, so what we do is we pour the solution in water by hand initially before we buy our machine. Yeah, can you imagine that? Yeah. So what inside the box that we do have DIY kit, which is, let's say they choose to do science activity. But our science activity after they assemble, they can use it. Like as example that we do have plant science kit. So they're going to assemble a very cute wooden garden, and then after that they can plant their own tree. Yeah. And then they can monitor. We do have manual. The best thing is about our kids is it's suitable for everyone. Because we do have for special needs children that cannot read, we do have the manual is a picture. So they can just follow that. So that's why Exploria is very flexible and versatile. Can be used.
Also.
Yeah, inclusive.
Yes.
Not only for the children but for adults. Like one of our slime kit being used for therapy for what we call that for therapy, for special needs.
You
And
guys
also,
really are hitting the criteria of like sustainable lifestyle and like inspiring the community.
actually, for me, I believe on one thing. Everything that we do must impact.
Correct.
Yeah. So it's in line with sustainability mission. So
Yes,
we don't do it just for fun, but I'm sure that everything that we do must have reason. So
Right.
this is the reason why we do that.
Yeah.
For children, for environment, and then for mental health. Yeah, our slime kit is being used for mental health therapy for adults.
Oh,
Yeah.
I need to get my hands on that.
Check it out. Yeah, it's like no longer dollar and cents.
Yeah,
Everyone should start thinking of like the
So
bigger purpose.
the price last time we cater high income. I think, and then we think about that. It doesn't fit the purpose why we do Exploria. So starting last year, we start to have like a mini version of Exploria kit. Start with 10 ringgit, 5 ringgit.
That's very affordable.
Yeah, because we want everyone to have the opportunity to explore. That is the mission. Yeah.
That's nice. Okay. So, do you guys have any plans on like okay, putting aside Exploria, putting aside Beebag, like personally, do you guys have any like plans on like, doing more sustainable initiatives like on your own capacity? Like upcoming with World Environment Day, like maybe community gardening, or because you did touch on, like some sort of self-starter kit, right? For like growing and things like that. So maybe like for you, if you guys have any like self-initiated plans upcoming to support sustainability.
Yes, actually, a beach cleanup.
Oh,
So yes,
that's cool.
please invite us.
Yeah, definitely. So the one that we usually go to is My Clean Beach. I think they're doing a pretty good job, and I think anyone who's interested in participating as like a weekend events or like
That's cool.
like a bonding time, it's a very meaningful and full of purpose activity. So I would say definitely is gonna look out for My Clean Beach, and so that's something that we look forward to as well.
I actually want to touch a bit on that. It's interesting. You said for like beach cleanup, and that bag is made out of recycled plastic bottles, right? So I see that a lot today, like upcycling, even in fashion industry.
Yes.
Not sure. You probably know like the local designer Hatta Doma.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I had the opportunity of going to his KL Fashion Week show last year, and like his whole line that he released was on upcycling or recycled plastic bottles. Like every single thread on the piece of clothing were all made from recycled plastic bottles.
That's cool.
Yeah, so that's interesting. I mean, like I'm not too sure on the mechanism and how it works, not too technical, but I think it's super cool that things are starting to go that way. Yeah.
So at the end of the day, it's going to be no waste.
Yes, correct. Zero waste.
Yeah.
It's funny because last week, even with our team here, MRANTI, I always tell everyone, zero wastage, guys, zero wastage. So it's just, even if I get to annoy them with that, it's stuck in their head. Like, like moving towards that type of lifestyle.
I quite like the term lifestyle. Habit. Yeah.
Yes.
Habit and hobby.
Yes, habit and hobby. Correct? Correct. So what about you, Dr. Raihan? Any plans?
The plan is I want to do gardening.
Oh, lovely.
Because I quite like inspired when I saw the vertical farming. Because I know it's a very cool idea. Because I saw that many times, I never tried that.
Oh,
I want to try that because like it's safe space. I can plant. I can do planting in my office, I guess.
Yes, correct.
Very easy to start off actually.
Yeah, very easy to start. Actually, a lot of things that can be done actually. Just a matter of you want to do it or not.
Yes. Yeah. So if you want to be more inspired, I actually went to visit Sunway iLabs.
Yeah.
So like we saw like everything that they were doing there, and they actually had like these small self-growing kits. So it's like kind of like aquaponics. But it's like just that one thing that you can try like as a starter kit. See if you like it. And like I grew my first batch of pak choy. So I really enjoyed it, and it was like super green, super healthy, and it's actually a self-reward. Like when you do it yourself and then you get to harvest it and you eat it and you're like, yeah, I did that. Like I fed
super
myself.
Sweet.
Yeah, so because of that, I started to garden on my balcony. So I live in a condominium. So I started to garden on my balcony, and like it's therapy for me. Like I come home from work or before I go off to work, I water my plants. So I'm starting to enjoy that. Sustainable, from garden to plate.
That's good. That's really good.
It's like habit and hobby lah.
Yes, again, back to habit and hobby, correct?
So you only got one?
Pak choy?
Yeah.
No, I made 3.
Okay. I was like wondering, like one that's like so. That's it. You just like one harvest one time. Okay,
so you eat the pak choy?
I ate the pak choy.
That's cool.
It was delicious.
Because you plant it.
Yes, true. Like when self-award, when you do something and then you harvest it, or you have that sense of I did that. I did that.
The self of accomplishment.
Yes, accomplishment. Correct. Okay, so some may say this is a bit of advertising, but not really. Okay, so both of you were in Mika, and Dr. Raihan, you were also in Gap before Mika. So how can you tie back basically like what you've learned and where you are, or if in any way this has helped you expand somehow?
Yeah. If you ask me, one thing is about the best thing about Gap and Mika. To be honest, I never joined any accelerator before I joined Gap, and I don't know how to pitch. I didn't know because I'm a bit like very reserved. I do business, I sell items, I do business in Kuantan, in my cocoon, and then do marketing like very traditional. I never been in any startup like ecosystem. So when I joined Gap, a lot of opportunity for me to explore. So during that time, I learned a lot, especially in terms of product development, market validation, and then about partnership. So during I joined Gap, I started to partner with MDEC.
Oh wow!
Yeah, we got the project during that time. So because I learned how to how to pitch,
There
how
you
to
go.
sell. Yeah. I think it's very good. And then Mika is another level for Exploria. Because one thing is we have the product ready.
Correct.
And then from Mika, at the first place when I saw the advertisement, I just wondering why should I apply this one? Because Exploria is doing kids for children, not the environment. Because I didn't see yet the big picture.
Correct. Yeah.
And then when I joined, and then I start thinking like this is the same thing that I'm doing. Just when I with Mika, the best thing is I got mentoring in terms of about the finishing of the product, and then second is how I'm going to scale this one.
Okay.
So Mika, the line of mentors and the support from MRANTI is superb.
Oh,
yeah,
thank you.
very superb.
Plus one.
Yeah, I hope I can join the game, but I cannot. Because I'm already alumni.
We've got more projects to come from.
Yes. Oh yeah, absolutely, definitely. So yeah, just keep an eye out on our social media. Yeah, we do post all our programs there or any sort of events, networking opportunities. It's always on our social media first.
Yeah.
So yes, if you want more opportunities, you can check it out
Yeah.
there. So for you've joined a few accelerators, haven't you?
Yeah, actually, yeah. Shout out to iLabs. They're actually one of our investors as well.
Oh,
Yes,
that's very
first.
nice.
And so they're one of it. SAP, Selangor Accelerator Program.
Oh, that's
Superb
cool.
as well. And then, a bunch of Scale Up recently, they're the investor, latest investor. And then, I would say like for Mika, it's like the opportunity and also the network.
Yeah,
Like because
network,
what Dr. Raihan mentioned, like the mentorship and also especially if they are professionals are very experienced
Yeah,
and very
Proficiency is very good. They are very professional, like well known about the
exactly
topic.
yeah. So you get really concrete advice from
Concrete.
from these people. So
great.
and other than it's like the opportunity because it's like it gives us an opportunity to expand our offerings and also our activities to provide more value to the community. Because like it is important like while you have the idea, you have the team, like sometimes you really need the support from the local government and also definitely financial support to carry out this projects. And I'm very grateful that we were being selected and we had the opportunity to now execute these projects.
So what's one great reason why people should join accelerators? Because in a sense, Gap is an accelerator. Mika is also an accelerator. So what's one main reason why people out there should join an accelerator?
For me, network. Yeah. Network is not like you contact them and then you get now. It's like you need to show what you have, like in a indirect way. Because it's not easy. It's not easy like it's not easy to have a good network.
Yep.
Yeah, it's
That
not
is
easy.
true.
So with this platform, I think that everyone is here. Yeah, just the matter of how we're going to approach them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Correct. And for you?
For me wise, it's like coming out as like a student founder. Right, we started Beebag as a university
But you are
student.
very established.
Yeah.
No, it's actually not. It's like it's still not a lot of work to do yet. And it's like coming out as a student founder, it's like you often get the disadvantage of like having no experience.
Yeah.
And
I
then
get that.
you don't know a lot of things. You don't know a lot of how things works.
Yeah.
And we feel like accelerator programs and a lot like some other programs as well are the ones that are able to help you catch up to the rest of the ecosystem.
Yeah.
Because it's like a very like the accelerators that we've been to, Mika also included, very it's like very straight to the point. They already know what are the key points, what are the key things that you should know about, and what you should learn, and they know how to teach it well. So you learn it very fast, and they provide a lot of critical feedback, which helps you grow even faster. They're like no BS. So it's like if it's bad, then like what Dr. Raihan mentioned, bad, they'll straight tell it to your face. Yeah, so that's good. That's very important.
One of the mentor comment, like, this is not good. You are going to fail if you do this.
But that's good. That's actually very important.
Yeah, it's very important.
That's the type of
Honesty is the
feedback.
best
in it.
policy.
Because
Yes.
sometimes
Exactly.
you are
Exactly.
because you're a founder, you're a boss in your company.
Yeah.
Even your staff not going to like comment about you because you're always right. The boss is always right. But in Gap, we need to like empty the cup and relearn.
Oh wow! I love that.
Yeah.
I love that.
So like especially speaking to a lot of maybe like student or not necessarily student founders, but anyone who has really less experience, the accelerator programs are like the best programs that you can go to fill in the gaps and also the knowledge help you know
Yeah.
get equipped well for the battle.
So with that being said, a little bit of commercial. So for those out there listening, don't forget to apply for our Global Accelerator Program. Here are some of our alumni for our Accelerator programs at MRANTI. So application is now open actually.
cool.
So it's until 31st of May. Yes, but yep, I just wanted to put that out there because I think that previously I was with the Accelerator team when we were still with Magic. So I do see a lot of success stories. Like as I mentioned before, Boom Grow, they are one
Yeah.
of our largest success stories of our Accelerator program.
That's cool.
So I like to see everyone thrive. I like to see our alumni thrive, and they always come back during our like social gatherings and things like that. And then they're all just like, "Hey, like here, this is where we are now." And it's like, "Thank you guys." And it's like, you know, even though we were a small part of that journey, but it created impact in somehow.
Never underestimate the small impact.
Correct.
Makes a
Yeah.
big change. Makes a big change.
Oh, that's lovely. All right, so before we wrap things up, perhaps you guys can give a bit of advice for everyone out there. How can people, how can people get started on their journey towards sustainable lifestyle or sustainable living? Maybe like for you, it came out of habit, but for you, it came out of circumstances. Your younger brother, you should thank him for it.
Exactly.
Yeah, so maybe like some advice out there. How can people work towards a sustainable lifestyle?
Dr. I want to go.
For me, I would say that you need to start doing, and then everyone need to play their own like responsibility.
Yes.
Yeah, the two things. Yeah, start
Yes.
doing, and then know your responsibility, because if we didn't do it, you cannot expect others will do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lead by example.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I feel like in like my personal case, I think the best way to change your behavior is to be an advocate for it. They're very effective because when you become an advocate for sustainability, then you gotta become the example. You gotta lead by example. That's one. But I would say like a lot of these things might seem intimidating, troublesome. So that's why you don't start it off like straight away go zero waste. That's like that's a
Yeah.
tough thing to do. Start by like the easiest, like the low hanging fruits. It could be just as simple as just buy a recycling bin or or don't even have to buy if you have like existing boxes. Just instead of having just a dustbin, get like 4 boxes. One for glass, plastic, paper, and then I want aluminum or metal. And then just instead of throwing to the bin, now you just throw it in to these 4 different bins.
Yeah.
That's how we do it at home.
Yeah.
It's just the initiative.
Yeah.
The moment you have that, the moment you get that 4 bins there, then you will have
Yeah.
you have the opportunity to actually start recycling.
It's a habit.
Yeah.
I think like we need to educate ourselves.
Yeah.
Okay, we need to know why we need to do that.
Yep.
Yeah.
It starts
And
with
then,
you.
you need to educate ourselves why we need to do that. If we are clear about that, the next action will be easier. You're going to do it straight away.
Yep.
Yeah.
Correct. All right, so I think I'm going to wrap up this session. But just out of curiosity, right? I want to talk and talk and talk, but the team is telling me that I have to stop. But I'm just curious, like, okay, for me, like an accelerator is quite long. I mean, you guys are business owners and you guys are, like on the go. You guys are here, there, professionals. Why spend your time joining an accelerator if it's quite lengthy and time consuming? Why do you guys join accelerators?
For me, because first is network, second is knowledge. Because it's a new thing. Because my PhD is in chemistry. I learn chemistry. I no zero big background. Business background. So it's good to learn actually. It's good to learn, because if not nobody going to teach us for free. With Gap is a very strong support. I know that if I need to hire someone to teach me about business, it's going to be expensive. But with Gap, the support that we have is very impactful. And then, we learn quite a lot from Gap.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's like, and also like, so working on a business is like working in the business. You can't just always work in. You got to work on the business as well. The social capital. You got a network like what Dr. Raihan mentioned. That's
Yeah.
one thing. And I think like going to accelerator programs actually help you achieve certain goals faster
Yeah.
because you get you get the advice and you hit less bang lesser walls.
Yeah.
So you definitely it's somehow you make lesser mistakes by having all these expert opinions.
Mm-hmm.
And truthfully speaking, actually it's not. It sounds like long, like 3 months, but actually it's like
It's not.
it's not that long. It's,
It's not
actually
that
not that
long.
time consuming because if you manage your time well, it's
Yeah.
like everything is like just comes into position. You
Yeah.
just need to know how to manage the time. So it's actually not that bad.
Okay.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
worse you just. I mean, usually entrepreneurs we don't really have weekends, so that's how we manage things. Everything you can't finish
Yeah,
the shit.
Yeah.
I agree with you because I don't feel like the accelerator is long because
Okay.
I feel like I feel like it's very short time because a lot of things that I want to learn actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you guys so much for sharing.
Thank you so much
So
for having
if
us.
anyone is interested in getting their Beebag, you can
Oh,
head
yeah,
over
yeah,
to
yeah.
beebag.co.
Yes,
correct?
yes, beebag.co.
And you can reach out to you. Do you want to put in your handles where they can reach out to you?
Okay, sure. Do I say that or like do like the point thingy?
Yeah. Yeah,
The handle
so-
you can go to Instagram. Just search beebag.
Yeah.
.my, I believe. Something that's going but beebag is like search for the yellow logo ish. Yeah, you'll find that.
See, founders don't know their logos and their branding. They just do. Yep. And Dr. Raihan, where can people reach out to Exploria?
Yeah, you can reach out Exploria from exploria.com.my
Okay.
or you can come to our Maker Hub at Pahang State Library and also our Maker Hub in Kuantan. We're going to open up 4 starting next month, our new Maker Hub. So we're going to announce soon in our social media.
Okay.
Yeah. Exploria.my.
All right.
Okay.
Bringing on to the power of social media. Don't forget to follow us at MRANTI across all social media platforms and let us know below. Let us know on our YouTube channel or let us know on our social media posts what you guys want to hear next from Tidbits. If there's anyone you guys want us to feature on our next Tidbit session, please do let us know. And with that, I would like to wrap up this session. Here's towards sustainable living. Chum, man.